The SEC dismisses another case. Was it the Ripple one? We gonna get that lucky? We're gonna talk XRP price along with Hbar because it's pumperoniing. Upper or lowercase p. What about the Swiss denying BTC? Girlfriend, no.
I say lots of naughty things, so here's your warning.
And I've got my green rally background on to match the green of Hbar on the screen because I know I got Hbar fans that watch the channel, and look, Sui and Hbar deep green on the screen. But before we get into the crypto news, like the SEC dropping another case, your comments come first. Look at all these. Jonathan, RB, Steven, Rod Madrid. Yeah, that's right. The movie was Kickboxer, Naxukao, White Warrior, or the Blue-Eyed Soul Brother. That's what my friends call me. No, they don't call me that. Reverend Funky says, FYI, being a chronic masturbator is considered a skill in some circles. It comes in handy from time to time. Well done, sir. I love the humor. Totally my style. Jeremy Touche dropping support on the channel. Thank you, Jeremy. I appreciate it, sir. Says, remember that time we were waiting for XRP to go to $5? Yeah, Garmin's telling me we're still not there, Jeremy. Yep, still waiting. So drop a like, subscribe, and support Santa Claus. I know, I'm not the Easter Bunny. Thanks, man. By the way, where is my friend Trick? Trick's around here. I talk to Trick all the time. It's just harder because we got a lot more comments. It's X2 Daz dropping support on the channel. Thank you kindly as well. Says, used to watch a bunch of YouTubers on crypto when I first started out. Now I'm only down to Uncle Klaus. Thanks for bringing the news, happy or sad, homie. I'm glad to bring you the news. I've got some good news today. We won't be talking about the T word. I don't want anyone to be drinking just yet. Save it for when you get home. Unless you are home and then bombs away. Dudes, chicks, and blue-haired giraffes. Bitcoin's at 95,298. ETH is 1818. By the way, we're still not talking about ETH at 2,000. ETH not at 2,000 is like me and my Chicago White Sox. Sad. XRP at 221. We're going to go deep into price because XRP at 221, even though it's red on the screen, there's some juice you got to see. Sweet 368, up 13% here. Last 24 hours. Look at Hbar. Deep green on the screen, almost 20 cents right there. You think if it breaks 20 cents that we're going to get a bigger move from Hbar fans? Let me know down below. I know Frankie's an Hbar fan watching. SEC dismisses a major crypto lawsuit. That's right, I'm being a bad YouTuber. I'm bringing the big story right up front. What did they dismiss? Well, the Securities Exchange Commission has reached an agreement with Dragon Chain. Sorry, Ripple fans, XRP fans, agreeing to drop its ongoing litigation. Yeah, they're basically touching everyone but Ripple and XRP. Why? Because it's stuck in the appeals court. So even though, yeah, we've had a change in the SEC, yeah, even though we have a change in the regulatory landscape, because this is in the appeals court, we have to go through like a whole different procedure here. Yeah, that's a courts thing. That's not a changing regulatory shift. That's like a legal thing. That kind of sucks. Eleanor Tourette broke this story. I'm going to have her Twitter information linked down below. Dragon says, we finally have the right to innovate without fear. Any Dragon Chain fans in the house? Don't fucking think so. Let's move on. Crypto trader swaps 300,000 to Trump. The Trump token, not to like Trump himself. Now, listen to this. This is really interesting. We talk about utility. Whether you're a Trump fan or not, this is a very interesting story, a very interesting use case. An address associated with a trader dubbed Boop on the official Trump leaderboard swapped almost 300,000 fart coins. God, you can't make this shit up. Worth over 300,000 at the time for a transaction of Trump coins, making them the 22nd highest holder. They did that so they could get an exclusive dinner with Trump. So they swapped fart coin for Trump coin to get a dinner with Trump. Now, I know, it sounds really, really stupid with all these names, okay? That's why I think we should make a coin called like the Ballsack McWhack Crack coin, something like that, okay? But my point here is that if you add some utility to these tokens that you're launching, you can get people to really want to play with that stuff. You can get some utility, you can get some interest, you can get some money, you know? So if I was like, yo, I'm going to create a crypto token, I'm not going to, but if I was like, yo, I'm going to create a crypto token, and if you hold this crypto token, you get the news a day earlier than everyone else, would you buy it? That'd be kind of cool, right? There would be a utility there. I bet you a bunch of you out there would actually be like, yeah, I'll get that crypto token if that means I get the news a day earlier. That'd be some utility. And what if I was like, yo, The top 1,000 holders of my crypto token get an actual extra video every day. You'd be like, oh, well, that's actually kind of cool, man. Yeah, I think that would actually be... You see what I'm saying? Like, if you add something to it, you can actually build some utility and some use and some want and some desire into these projects. So I know you might not be a Trump fan, you might not be a Fartcoin fan or anything like that, but we got to start adding some utility to these projects and actually make some want to it. All right, let's keep talking. Trump coin. This is why I'm bringing this up. Because look at how high the pumperoni action was in the early part, right? Right around what everyone Inauguration Day. Pumped way high on up there. Way high on up there. We're talking like right around that $70 mark. We're at like $13.92 for that. So I'm just putting it into perspective that, yeah, it's pumped big here as of late. But big is because, like, it really hasn't looked good, right? Like pumperoni, dumperoni. And it's not me being negative. Remember, I bring you news, good or bad, happy or sad. Doesn't matter what side of the aisle. I'm just sharing with you the stories. Utility, swappage. Let's talk about another story. Let's talk about a story on how it's Friday and you're trying to get laid, and all of a sudden she's like, sorry, I'm just not feeling it. I'm bloated. I'm constipated. I'm just not feeling good. I'm not feeling it. And you're like, oh, okay. Well, that's what happened to Bitcoin with the Swiss yet again. Swiss National Bank chief dismisses Bitcoin reserve calls. That's right. According to an April 25th Reuters report, Swiss National Bank chairman Martin Schlegel said that the cryptocurrency cannot fulfill the requirements for our country's reserves during a shareholder meeting in Bern earlier today. The comments come amid mounting pressure from local crypto industry to add Bitcoin to the central bank's reserves. Campaigner Lucius Mezier, a board member of the cryptocurrency broker Bitcoin Suisse, told Reuters that holding Bitcoin makes more sense as the world shifts towards a multipolar order. He claimed that the need is even more dire now that the dollar and euro are weakening. All right. So BTC rejected in the Swiss land. Here's that report from Reuters. And it's all what everyone linked in the description below. All right. So you got some players out there that are getting into BTC strategic reserves. You got some players that are constantly rejecting it. European Central Bank with Lagarde has rejected it. Swiss has been rejecting it. You got some companies that are totally getting into it. Metaplanet obviously is big into it. Strategy's big into it. Riot's big into it. Mara's big into it. Any of the BTC miners are big into it. See, it's mixed, right? See, and that's my point. I bring you news on both sides to kind of show you that there are some people that are pro and some people that are against. But you want these big players into it, right? Because remember, the Swiss have many. And when you have many, those are the people that you want to buy your stuff. So it makes it worth more money. Let's talk crypto. Ladies, gents, blue-haired giraffes, or however the fuck you identify. Volume for crypto? Okay, we're over 100 billion, 103 billion. Okay. BTC dominant? Yes. Okay. Let's talk about that super fast. Altcoin season. People are like, oh, bro, this is going to be altcoin season. Man, if I see another post like that on Twitter, I am probably going to smack a bitch through the computer. Because I am so tired of it. We have not been anywhere close to that. This is the 90-day chart on BTC dominance versus altcoin season. We have not moved the needle at all. And here's the problem. Here's BTC right here. This is over the last 90 days price trend. These are the tokens of the top 100 that have beat BTC. There ain't many of them. Look at how many of them BTC is beating. Girlfriend, look at me scroll. There's BTC. Look at how few are beating it. Look at how many are being beat. Oh, scroll, girlfriend. You see what I'm saying? So come on, can we shut the up with this stupid bitch-ass narrative where, like, the altcoin... No. We need something to happen. We need the regs to happen. And right now, we're not getting anywhere with regs in the United States. Estados Unidos. Nowhere. Slow, girlfriend. Let's move to Hbar. Not slow. This is the 7-day chart. 16 cents for Hbar. Now you're talking 20 cents. Bro, that's only 4 cents. But yeah, when your price is 16 cents... That's 21% in 7 days. Juicy gains. What does the 7-day chart for XRP look like? 7%. Okay. I mean, it's green. It's not super green like St. Patrick's Day green. Or dyeing the Chicago River green. I've been there a few times for that. Kind of cool. But Hbar going bonkers. Volume up 45%. 341 million. The 341 million is not a big number, right? The gross volume isn't big because that 341 million for Hbar, compare that to the 3.5 billion for XRP. Hbar has 10% of the volume. I'm throwing a lot of numbers at you. I'm telling you, we learn. Not only do we make fun of stuff, but we learn along the way. That's why you hit the subscribe button and notification bell, because this shit is worth it. See, this makes crypto finance news fun. That's why you stay interested in this shit. Okay. So yeah, volume up 45%, but the gross volume of 341 million isn't like too like juicy. That's kind of, you know what I mean? That almost sounded like Peter Griffin right there. Okay, but the price action we like. Now look, zoom out to the 1 month. Yo, if you were able to nab some Hbar at that sub 13, sub 14 mark, and you're right now riding those gains at 19, man, you've built in some profits in your pockets. Good for you. Pat yourself on the back. You did well. How did you make that happen? No, you always have to have cash ready. No, I'm not talking dollar bill. Look, I'm crinkling one up on the little screen. See that? Look, ASMR. Okay? No, I'm talking about you have to have zeros ready. So that when you have these big discount days, daddy, mommy, blue-haired giraffe can buy. You can't always blow your bags and have nothing left. You gotta have bullets in the chamber. So that when the shit like April 7th happens, you got money, honey, so that you can then what? Profits, girlfriend. So be ready for opportunities. Always have cash flow coming in so that you can make the buy, so that you can make the plays. Always be ready. Let's talk XRP. We've got that support above $2, all right? We're going to go to the 1-year chart. We got support above $2. I think we understand that, yeah, we're going to breach $2 here and there. The breaches don't last too long. This latest one that we had, yeah, was the longest lasting one. The most violent on the way down, but then we pump back up. We're sitting at 220 right now. We're still up 320% for the year, which is good. Don't get me wrong. Are we anywhere near $3 right now? No, we're going to need something pretty monumentous to get us there. Players have been saying, yo, Klaus, when the SEC case is finally over, that's when we're going to move. Yeah, but like, if everyone's thinking that, do you really think that's what's going to move it? Like if we know it's just a formality, like, do you really think that, like, that's what's going to do it? You know, like, you know what I'm saying? Like if we're sitting there and we're watching a basketball game and the team is up by like 70 points with like 30 seconds left in the fourth quarter, and we're sitting here and we're like, yo, girlfriend, they haven't won yet. And we're like, yo, it's 30 seconds and they're up by like 70 points. And they're like, no. You know what I'm saying? Even Stuart Alderati, he's not going to sit there and ruin his reputation by posting BS stuff. He's already said what it is. He said, look, this is just a weird thing because we're stuck in this procedural limbo because we're in the appeals court right now. So XRP, maintaining $2 support, maintaining a healthy volume of 3.5 billion. Right now, the big story is what? We need those regs. We need the T-word stuff to get fixed. And we need what? We need utility in usage. We need something juicy for XRP. Something like strategic reserve update news. We haven't gotten shit from Trump regards to that, have we? Ever since the initial tweet. Since then, we haven't gotten jack shit of Reno. And that also refers to Hbar too. Hbar's sitting here going, okay, you didn't talk about us, did you? But now Hbar's pumping over the last 7 days. So it's pretty interesting. Everyone's doing their own thing. Everyone's got their own story. And I'm cool with that. And I'm here to bring you the news, good, bad, happy, or what? Sad. I've got my training calendar in front of me, and it's modified because I have an injury and I'm working through it, and it's really gross because like I hate like rehab-based training and like modified training. Like I like full board, just like going nuts. Oh, sorry, I'm putting this away before I get depressed. look, the market's doing its own thing with each crypto right now. ETH is still a freaking laggard, right? BTC is still holding its gains better than the rest of the market. That's why you're seeing the BTC dominance at 15 out of 100. That's right. There's only 14 cryptos out of the top 100 that are beating BTC in the price right now over the last 19 days. That's it. 90 days, only 14 cryptos are beating BTC right now. That's not a good number. That is not altcoin season. And the regs, to be honest with you, I check the calendars. I check them for the House. I check them for the Senate. I check them all over the damn place, and I'm not seeing anything. They're worried about stablecoins right now because that's the slam dunkaroni. And you got two different bills right now with stablecoins. And I hope more than anything that it doesn't come down to those two bills and then they fight between those two. I hope there's a clear winner where everyone's like, yo, we really like this version way better than this one, rather than a split between the two where all of a sudden it's like, great, now we got to argue between the two for another month or two. I just don't want that. I just want to start solving these problems and moving forward so that we can move forward with crypto and stop all these BS delays. So yeah, that's the news for you. As more news breaks, I'll share it with you. My name is Klaus. Your name is what? Well, tell me down below. And I'm going to tell you choo-choo bitches in return.